Welcome back to 312 Racing. We are here for season 2026, week 1 of the Toyota GR86 Cup, and we're taking on the legendary Virginia International Raceway. But we've got a massive problem. I completely bottled qualifying, didn't set a single lap time, and that means we are starting from the very back of the grid. P20. While we're crawling through this warm-up lap, let me introduce myself. I'm a race driver wannabe who is way too broke, and honestly, a little too scared to do this in real life. So I'm chasing the dream right here in the sim. My goal? To keep it as real as possible. One car, a few key tracks, and a lot of heart. The mission for this season is clear. Reach 2K iRating. But to get there, I need to survive the chaos of V.I.R. and find a way to move through this pack. Can we turn a P20 disaster into a top 10 finish? Let's find out. The goal today is simple. Top 10. On a good day, I've got the pace to be up there, but it all depends on the strength of the field. Being a beginner in the GR86 Cup is like walking through a minefield. My biggest weakness? Other people's mistakes. Usually if there's a wreck in front of me, I'm the one who ends up as the hood ornament. If you saw my hot lap video for V.I.R. or my previous races from this week, you know exactly what I mean. Let's just say it's been a sweaty week for all the wrong reasons. I've been bleeding iRating, dropping all the way down to 1.4K. I am desperate for a result today. I don't just want a good race, I need one to save my season. As the lights go green, I'm looking for gaps, keeping my eyes glued to the bumpers ahead, and praying for a miracle. We're in the back, we're surrounded by chaos, and we're hunting for P10. Rule number 1 for today, survival. After getting wiped out in so many races lately, I'm playing it extra careful. The goal is simple, no DNF. If I can just survive the first 2 laps of madness, the race really begins. In the GR86 Cup, the math is on our side. Unlike the Mazda MX-5 where you have to be top 5 to gain anything, here in a big field, P10 is the magic number for that sweet iRating. My strategy? Let the others beat themselves. People always overdrive in the opening laps or choke under pressure at the end. I'm going to stay cool, stay consistent, and fill their mirrors. We aren't just looking for overtakes, we're looking to force mistakes. If I can stay glued to their bumper, eventually, they'll give me the position for free. Survive the start, lock in the lap times, and hunt them down one by one. We've already picked up a few lucky spots, and now we're hunting P15. The car ahead gets held up at the apex by an orange Toyota and a small tap. Luckily, the iRacing gods were on our side, and we escaped with 0 incident points. But the chaos didn't end there. I hesitated trying to avoid more contact, and that's all a black Toyota needed to pounce. He capitalized on my mistake, and just like that, we lost a hard-earned position. This is V.I.R. If you blink, you're moving backward.
Clark, V license. On your right. Still there.
I wasn't letting that position go easily. I stayed patient, tucked under his wing, and absolutely nailed the exit at Oak Tree. That gave me the monster run I needed down the back straight. He tried to defend, but I had the momentum. I pulled alongside and sent it into the roller coaster. Laid on the brakes, clean through the transition, and the position is back in our hands. Now, let's watch the replay. Continuing in the race, I gave my hard-earned position right back. I completely missed the apex at the horseshoe, allowing that black Toyota to sail past me. It's frustrating because this field settles quickly after lap 1. If you don't stay tucked into the pack, you won't be there to capitalize on mistakes later in the race. I made things even worse at the left hook. I pushed too hard, oversteered, and went sliding off track. By the time I recovered, I was down to P18. After all that hard work, I'm right back where I started. Now, let's watch the replay. Alright, there's nothing else to do but keep going. On the bright side, the car has 0 damage, and our incident points are still low. I tried to imagine what I'd do if this were real life. I definitely wouldn't just pull into the pits and quit. I'd stay out there, enjoy being on the track, and make sure I got my money's worth just by driving. So, the plan remains the same. I need to stop worrying about the positions, focus on my lap times, and lock in my driving. Other people are bound to make mistakes eventually, and I just need to be in a position to take advantage when they do. Now let's fast forward a bit and see how the recovery looks. By lap 4, the patience started to pay off. Going into Oak Tree, P17 made a slight mistake on the exit, and I managed to capitalize immediately. I got a much better run down the back straight, pulled alongside, and completed the move into the roller coaster. 1 down, several more to go. I started closing the gap to P16 and P15 while they were busy fighting each other. Then, luckily for me, that same orange Toyota made another mistake at Oak Tree. I tucked into the slipstream, which gave me the momentum to hunt down P13. Things got even better at the roller coaster when that same orange Toyota lost it completely and dropped out of the race. Just like that, we've moved up another spot. The plan is working, staying consistent and waiting for the chaos to unfold. I kept up the chase on the red Toyota in P15. At this point, I was sitting on 4 incident points and assuming I'd probably lose some iRating today. Because of that, I wasn't willing to gamble my safety rating. I don't want to end up back in the butcher's land of low safety splits, so I was being extra careful not to dive into every imaginary gap that would risk a DNF. I spent the entirety of lap 7 hunting down P15 and P14. By the time we hit the roller coaster, I managed to get right on the tail of P15, perfectly positioned as we headed into lap 8 and toward the horseshoe, one of the best spots on the track to make a move. Coming into the entry of the horseshoe, I saw a car with a Marlboro-livery rejoining the track. Honestly, I have no idea how he ended up there. I quickly positioned myself wide on the left and took the outside line into the turn. I went very wide, sacrificing my exit speed just to stay alive. Luckily, that decision paid off. The Marlboro car took out the red Toyota and I slipped right past the carnage. Just like that, we picked up 2 more positions and moved into P14. Coming into Oak Tree, I drifted off track and picked up another incident point, bringing my total to 5. At this stage, I was convinced I'd be losing iRating anyway, so I was determined to protect my safety rating. I just wanted to defend my hard-earned P14 as safely as possible and finish the race in one piece. Suddenly, crew chief alerted me to an incident at the roller coaster. I saw the black Toyota rejoining the track right at the exit, but I wasn't even looking to capitalize on it. I was hugging my safety rating like my life depended on it. Then, a bit of racing luck came my way. A green and purple Toyota, which had been driving loosely all race, tangled with the black Toyota. They took each other out, gifting me 2 more spots. I didn't realize it at the time, but the previous chaos had already bumped me up, so those 2 retirements actually put me into P10. I crossed the line with an honorable +6 iRating and a decent safety rating boost. This was the turning point where the trend finally shifted upward. Following this race, I managed 2 more solid runs, 1 podium and a top 5 finish, which helped push my iRating back up to 1.6K. Thanks so much for watching the climb. If you enjoyed this comeback and want to see more of the journey to 2K, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and keeps the dream of the broke and afraid racer alive. See you in the next one.